This is one of those blocks I call mindless because it's so easy to cut and it's easy to piece. You don't have to think about matching points or cutting off points and cutting angles. So it's really a fun block to make. It's called the H squares for obvious reasons. There's 4 H's in one square and it's 12-inch finished. Here's the diagram. There's only A and B patches. The A patches are rectangles and the B's are squares. And here is your cutting chart and your AccuQuilt. After I show you the block, I'm going to show you how to make it scrappy and make a whole quilt out of it. And you can use leftover jelly roll strips or 2.5-inch strips. They don't have to be full strips, they can be partial strips, and I'll talk about that later. So we'll go over this later after we put the block together. Here are my pieces, my patches. So here are the rectangles and the squares. Now we'll just put them together and I'll show you what the block looks like. You just follow the diagram here and lay your pieces out in the letter H. And then this one will be going vertical, this one's horizontal, and then alternate the vertical and the horizontal. And we're just going to piece these all together now. You make the H squares and then you alternate them like this and sew them together in the block. Here is the H block. Here's the back, seams pressed open as usual. So here is the block as written, where all the H's have the same fabric. Here is a kind of scrappy block. The sides of the H are the same fabric, but the middle part is different. And I just did that because it was faster for me to do the demo. But you can scrap up the whole thing if you want. So let me show you how to, the section here with the background, the fabric, the accent, and the background, you can strip piece these. And you can use partial or full strips of your jelly rolls. Here is one. You need 18 of the background fabric, and I have all the information down here at the bottom. So you'll need 18 light strips and 9 dark strips for the center section. You'll piece these into 9 strip sets just like this, and then you'll cut the strip sets into 2.5-inch segments like this. And you should get, if it's a full strip, you should get about 16 of these. Now some of these, this was a full strip, but some of these I had partial strips. So this is like a half strip that was in there, but it's 2.5 inches. And then these were leftovers from other things that, because in my 2.5-inch strip bin, I put all of them, not just the full strips. And so you can just cut around these and get your pieces out of pieces like this. Now for the big part of the H, you'll take your dark fabrics, and this is folded and it's a full width of fabric. You're going to cut these 6.5 inches, and you should get 6 from one full strip because this is double here, so 2, 4, 6. You can scrap these up, so you can put your H's like this. That could be one. You can put the kitty cats here. That could be another H. Or you can match the H's like I did on my other block. If you follow the instructions down at the bottom called Make It Scrappy, you can make a 60 by 84 quilt. It'll have 35 blocks, set 5 across and 7 down. And it tells you how many strips you need, and it tells you how to cut all the pieces. If you have your AccuQuilt 2.5-inch strip cutter, they make one that goes in the fabric cutter, the regular size crank one, and then they make one that goes into the Go Me, and 2.5 inches, and you can cut your pieces that way. For these pieces here, you could use the 6.5-inch strip cutter die from AccuQuilt, or I use the Stripology ruler to cut them. You just lay down your strip like this, And you can do 2 or 3 different strips together, and you put the ruler on top and you just cut your 6.5-inch pieces. Thank you for watching.